y'all. Today I'm having Napoli. Oh yes. And it's the usual suspects. Oh hell. I hate these. Hold on. Let me pause real quick. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some new utensils and set stuff up. Wait a minute. Let me just pull stuff out anyhow. I got my lasagna, my usual lasagna, because I freaking love it. My calzone and a soda. I got the Diet Coke. Diet Coke. Alright, let me get some utensils. I'll be right back. Pause. Okay. We're ready. I've got my cheese calzone with extra cheese and my lasagna. Ooh. I'm always excited about that. It's the usual suspects. It's like what I get almost every single time I do Napoli. I looked at other things, like the chicken wings, and then they had a nice, like, Philly style cheesesteak. That sounded good, and I was like, meh. I wanted some pasta, and I wanted lots of cheese. I might use the knife too. But yeah, so here's where I am. Napoli's. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna start with my calzone. Oh, there was no cheese pull with that. Let me see. I'm gonna cut this into a smaller piece. It's still hot, believe me. Ooh. Ooh, yes. Ooh. Oh my God. Oh, that's so creamy. The ricotta. Lord. Well, I lost some stuff. Man. That is so good. Ooh. And that is delicious. Oh my goodness. Oh my word. Y'all, I'm sure the other types of calzone are just as good, you know. Just what other flavors or ads people want to do. But I love the cheese. Ooh. Excuse me. Because it's got a healthy amount of mozzarella, but then it also has the ricotta. Ooh. Yum. Mm. Ooh. Ooh. I am so happy I got Napoli today. Y'all know I have a hard time choosing, and that's where this was headed, but I figured it out. Mm. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Mercy. Oh, that's a big old piece. Whew. Mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy, joy. Y'all remember Ren and Stimpy? Lord. Ren and Stimpy, Beavis and Butthead, Rocko's Modern Life, all of those. Rugrats. Man. Whew. I don't know if Ren and Stimpy were intended for children. I really hope not. Because it was very dark, very creepy, suggestive, and just every level of weird. But I freaking loved it. I loved it. Y'all know I'm pretty weird. Anyhow. So that was right up my alley. Oh man. You know, parents need to pay attention to what their kids are watching, because because even back in the day, like back in the day, you know, they would throw stuff in cartoons, like a little nod to the parents that are stuck there watching that stuff with the kids. And they're like, hey, we see you, Mom and Dad. This one's for you. Oh, man. Wow. The lasagna is so good. Mercy. Mercy me. So last night, Susan and I watched the Survivor 50 finale. Man, get on my fork. It was good. I was happy with the outcome. Not gonna give it away in case people haven't watched yet, but I was definitely satisfied with the choice for Soul Survivor. They may not have been my first choice, but they definitely earned it. Ooh. No, I don't even know if I got a thumbnail on the first piece. But sometimes I don't care. Sometimes I care a lot about a thumbnail, sometimes I don't care. I'll get it. Or I don't get it. Or I'll get something and I'll just have a weirdo look on my face. I was in a hurry to get that calzone in my mouth. It was good. It was delicious. We're closing in on the finale of the most recent season of Love Island USA. Excuse me. And then we'll likely start season one of Love Island Beyond the Villa. I'm interested to see what that looks like. We have another season of Bridgerton, because we went back and we watched the previous season. And we also watched the Queen Charlotte. Special edition. I'm glad I got Susan to watch that because it was worth it. It's definitely a good idea. Because Queen Charlotte's a great character. And Lady Danbury, and and it kind of, just shines a light on the historical stuff, I mean, it's a work of fiction, obviously, but it's based in history. King George and Queen Charlotte. Mad King George. Oh my goodness. Anyhow, really good show. I mean, I really enjoy historical fiction. It was one of the genres of books that I used to read way back in the day. I don't think I've read any from those times, though. It's mostly like Egypt or, mostly Egypt. I've read some about like Ramses II and then Cleopatra. Ancient Evenings. I think that's Melville. I think that's Herman Melville. I think. I'm gonna have to Google that. I'll confirm. Oh, I hate that. And I don't want to like leave my food now while it's warm and go to Google. So I'll check after the fact. But the book about Ramses and Nefertiti. Ancient evenings. And the one about Cleopatra was, I think, Margaret George. Memoirs of Cleopatra. I read those a really long time ago. A lot of my first books were the classics, though. I mean, you name it, I read it. Wuthering Heights, Tale of Two Cities. Dickens. I read most of Dickens. Lots of Mark Twain. I mean, that's probably why the vault. I talk about my brain, my memory. It's like I've got all of this accumulated random knowledge in my head. And I was like, I'm happy that sometimes it pops out. It's like, oh, got it. It's like it took me probably 20 minutes the other day. I was trying to think of the word for somebody who strives to be a success. And, oh no, don't tell me I lost it again. Oh hell, it's an A word. Man, I struggled so hard to find that word. Ambitious. Whoo, I got it. But it took me, I was thinking all of these A words, adventurous, I mean, and that had nothing to do with it, but just all these A words, excuse me, kept popping to the front of my mind, and it took me a minute. It really did. It took me a minute. And by a minute, I mean like 10 to 20 minutes before it popped out. And I had to like give up. I was like, okay, it'll come to me. It eventually did. But I don't read physical books anymore because my eyes are awful. I'm supposed to wear glasses. I was diagnosed with an astigmatism when I was a kid, grade school kid, and I got 2 pairs of glasses, and I think the first day in school with the glasses, I threw them in the ditch. I was like, I don't need these glasses. And I never wore the other pair that I had. Many, many years later, I got diagnosed again and got the glasses, but I don't know why they talked me into getting bifocals, and I hated them. I still have them, but I just hated them. So I don't wear them. I always swear that I see fine when I go into the, optometrist. I'm trying to think. trying to remember what the eye specialist is. Is it an ophthalmologist? Anyway, they had me going there for a long time because they kept seeing some kind of trash. They said trash in the backs of my eyes. I'm like, what are you talking about? And it's from some autoimmune thing. I'm like, but I don't have an autoimmune disease, or at least none that's been diagnosed. And they have tried. They've tried all sorts of tests. I mean, just you name it, they've tried it. But I have all these symptoms of autoimmune disorders, disease, whatever. But they can't pinpoint what the hell it is that's causing it. Oh, excuse me. God, many, many years ago. Probably like 2 decades ago. Maybe a little more. The doctor diagnosed me with. Or he didn't necessarily diagnose me. He told me to go to the rheumatologist. That I never made it to because I was freaked out so bad. But, you know, lupus. He said, lupus, it's lupus. You got lupus. You need to make an appointment with the rheumatologist. And I was like so upset because my mother had passed from complications due to lupus. And oh boy. So I didn't go back to a doctor for like 10 years. It was over a decade before I went back to a doctor. I was like, it's best I don't know, because, you know, I'm just gonna do the best I can at this point. And so years later, I got my SSI disability, which I don't have anymore. You know, people like to think that I have that, and I don't, because I make way too much money on YouTube to get that, or Medicaid. But that's what I'm getting to. I was, you know, I got my total disability, my SSI, with Medicaid, and I started to go back to the doctor, and they ran another test, and that one came back negative, and they said, you can have a false positive, but not a false negative. I was like, oh, okay. But what is it then? What is causing all of these symptoms? So they tested me for everything, A to Z. It was some kind of crazy, whatever. I kind of got, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't done enough research on it, but apparently in the area that I grew up in, which was basically dubbed Cancer Alley, a lot of people were diagnosed with some strange autoimmune thing. And like I said, I didn't do any research, because at this point I'm like, I'm just you know, people question me about my not wanting to go to a doctor and all this stuff, and it's like, I mean, I might not be doing the best, but my complaints are very low. You know, I've got my joint pains, my general breathing stuff, and if I would just not smoke so much marijuana, I probably wouldn't have as many issues. But so that's pretty much it. Health-wise, that's kind of the only things I think about. I don't know. I don't recommend that to anybody. That's just me. That's just me and the way I do things. I'm no example for anybody. If anything, I'm an example of what not to be. Don't do it my way. Oh, man. Ooh. Getting full. I don't even know how I got on that topic. Anyway, I'll roll back around to TV. We finished The Boys. That was a series finale. Woo! I think they wrapped it up well. I didn't have any complaints about the finale. I thought it did what it needed to do. Sound like a train. There's no train around here. Like a ghost train. Ooh-wee. But what else? What else? Oh, I wasn't expecting that. There's another big yummy pocket of ricotta cheese. Man. Oh. I mentioned in the last video, I think, Widow's Babe. I watched that episode. I finished up Margot's Got Money Troubles. That was a cute show. I don't know if they're going to continue it or not, though. It kind of felt like they made it feel like a limited series. Like, where are you going? Where are you going to go from here? But I probably could. Mystery of Erebos on Netflix is a really good show. I've been enjoying that quite a lot. That might be about it. It might be Love Island, Love Island. Yeah, I mentioned that already. RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars. They started the new bracket. We watched that episode last night. The second bracket of the All-Stars. Oh, man. Ooh. Alright, you guys. I'd be full. I'm going to save the rest of this for my dinner. A half and half. And it's way more calories than I need in a day, but... this is it for me today. Oh, and before I forget... I really hope everybody is doing well. I know I've been talking about some crazy crap, but y'all, the UAP, UFO disclosure stuff, they just dropped the second batch of documents and videos. I've been saving them all. I've saved the zip files of everything that's come out, and I might like pick through them, but excuse me, I've just been watching other people's videos about it, and even on the like community tab, I posted something from Fox News, so it's in the actual news. I mean, people are like, aliens don't exist, UFOs don't exist. Y'all, I've seen one. I've seen a UFO. So once you've actually had an experience like that, an actual experience where you're not alone, there's another person, there's a witness sitting right next to you looking at the same thing. You know, it's really hard to say, oh, that didn't happen. That was all in my head, when you know damn well the difference, because I do. I know when my mind's going woo woo. I was like, oh no, that's too far out. That's a little too weird. Oh man. But yeah, so, and honestly, this is all coming out because it's less disturbing than the stuff that needs to come out. And y'all, when I had my UFO experience, unidentified flying object, now it's unidentified or whatever aerial phenomenon, when I had my experience, for days after, I had what I like to think of as visitations, and I would travel to where a ship landed, and I would go on board the ship, and I would talk to the occupants. Okay. Y'all can 5150 me all you want, but this happened. And it was dream, but in the dream, I spoke to the occupants, and they said to stay neutral and head for the hills, which I'm kind of in the hills. I'm, you know, this Las Vegas might be a valley or whatever, but it's still like, it's higher elevation, whatever. I mean, and that's like neither here nor there. It's, you know, that's like future stuff, I'm sure. But the stay neutral thing, I'm trying not to have a big opinion, but it's hard not to have an opinion about the other files, you know what I mean? So, you know, you got the war as a distraction, and that wasn't distracting nearly enough, so now they're like, here's aliens. And just like Neil deGrasse Tyson is like, bring out the alien, let's see it. I don't know. Yeah, I don't like that way of thinking, that way of talking, because I worry, they've been here all this time, and they've been peaceful, and apparently, you know, our people have shot down some of their craft, like a handful of their craft over the years or whatever, and you know, I think that's what I've been worried about all this time. You know, they don't want to show themselves because, you know, Junior and Bubba are going to be out there with their shotguns trying to, you know, blast them out of the sky, you know. And it's like, man, don't piss them off. They're here to help. Or some of them are here to help. Some of them maybe not so much. But anyway, you know, I worry about that kind of thinking, you know, like calling them an it. And, you know, that... Whew. I don't know. I'm hoping that once it all comes out in the wash, and everything eventually does all come out in the wash, I'm hoping that we can all get along, and that potentially after all the BS here on Earth, because there's a lot of BS going on here on Earth. You know, a lot. And a lot of mistreatment of humanity in general by the higher ups. You know, a lot of mistreatment, a lot of mismanagement, a lot of sucky whatever. I'm still hoping that even if it gets worse, maybe it'll get better down the road. And I'm looking forward to that Gene Roddenberry Star Trek future where everybody is accepted and taken care of. Everybody has everything they need. You know, and if people want to be jerks and do bad things or whatever, then, you know, the rest of society will deal with it. But hopefully the majority of people and beings of whatever types there are, you know, can just coexist, cohabitate. You know, and it's really hard to imagine that in a world where humans can't even cohabitate with each other. You know what I mean? You know, humans are always out there just trying to be mean and nasty and ugly to each other, to dominate and war and steal and covet and all of those things that the Christian Bible is like, don't do this. Don't do it. But they do it. And they do it in the name of Christianity, you know? And that's so sad. You know, that's why I'm not a religious person in that way anymore. I grew up a Christian, a Southern Baptist Christian, and all of the hypocrisy and, you know, all of the shame and the guilt and, you know, it didn't sit right with me. So I moved on from that, you know. You know, God is love. And anybody that's out there judging, which the Bible says, don't judge. Don't be judging people. You know, yeah. I lost my train of thought. But anyway, I'm rambling. I'm just totally rambling. But I love you guys. I do. I love you guys. As humans, as other, whoever's watching. And I appreciate you. And I will see you next time. Bye now.